Well, folks, the Christmas season is officially in full swing, and for many, it can be a very emotionally hard time to deal with. This is the time of year when people form some of their strongest memories and bonds with family and loved ones. On the other side of the coin, it's a time when some old emotional traumas can bubble up to the surface and old emotional wounds can be reopened. But hey, don't be sad, Glum Chums, because ABC Family and WWE Studios has a solution for you. So, Christmas Bounty. Produced by WWE Studios, this is their contribution to the cottage industry that is made-for-TV Christmas movies. It co-stars The Miz, and it happens to have come out the same year as The Marine 3. But while Miz as Jake Carter is somewhat compelling to watch, the same cannot be said for the awesome one in this picture. But in all honesty, Miz's acting is the least of our worries here. Now I know what you're thinking. Is it really fair to criticize a movie that's just meant to be mindless entertainment for families during the holidays? To which I say, yes. Any film that uses the papyrus font in their opening credits deserves every bit of my scorn. We open the movie at an elementary school in Manhattan, where a Christmas pageant is just wrapped up. And thank goodness they made that clear in the script, because at first I was wondering why the hell this kid was dressed like a cheap Hagrid. It's here that we meet the main character of the movie, a teacher named Tori Bell. She dates a well-to-do investment banker named James. They meet up at the school for their date that night, which seems weird.
Next time, use that app I showed you. Then you'll see. If I'm not with you, I'm always on my way.
Nope, that app was definitely not invented by stalkers. Before they leave for their date, a parent tells Tori that their son is missing. Tori finds him being loaded up into a van by a suspicious-looking individual, which prompts her to go all Black Widow on him. In those heels, honey, your ankles be broke.
Miss Bell, that's my dad!
He is? You are? Unfortunately, the faculty was informed that your visitation rights have been suspended.
It's Christmas.
Oh, well, just go ahead and kidnap him then. Hey, everyone deserves a Christmas freebie, right? Tonight's the first time that Tori is meeting James's parents, who are super rich, and therefore, according to the laws of family films, super snooty.
Happy holidays.
Well, not half as happy as yours is going to be. The south of France sounds so exciting.
Oh, never been?
Oh, my dear, I would tell you to visit the salons in Vienna, but you're just common street trash. Doo-hoo-hoo.
Read the morning papers, Belle. I'm out, and I'm coming for you. All of you.
Tori gets a threatening phone call from a mysterious figure from her past and has to run back to her family's home in Trenton, New Jersey, which leaves James dreadfully confused.
I will so make this up to you. Something like...
You can do that?
Bet you won't find that kind of body humor on the Hallmark Channel.
Baby!
Daddy!
Did you flip your daddy again?
Yeah.
It's at this point we learn the truth about Tori. She comes from a family of bounty hunters. She herself was a child prodigy who took down a big crime boss named Minucci when she was only 16 years old. It's Minucci who called her in the previous scene, now out of prison and gunning for her and her parents. So here we have a young girl who's raised by a pair of veterans in their field who don't look old enough to be her parents, nor do they look anything like her, and they also occasionally fight each other. Where have I seen that before?
You're going down. You're taking a fall, Dad!
Both movies take place in New Jersey. Coincidence? I think not! It's also worth mentioning that April Telek, who plays Tori's mother and whose look is totally inspired by Beth Chapman of Dog the Bounty Hunter fame, has appeared in a lot of made-for-TV Christmas movies in her career. Which, I don't even have a joke for that. It's just, that's an odd thing to be known for, right? With Minucci coming for the whole family, the Bells gear up and try to figure out how to take him down for good. They begin with a trip to the mall, where they track down Minucci's sister, Big Donna, a living, breathing cartoon depiction of a Jersey mob lady. They also meet up with their point man who's been tailing Donna, and you'll never guess who that is.
Wow.
We finally meet the Miz in this movie, whose character's name is Mike, aka Mikey Muscles. Real original first name, guys. We learn that Mike and Tori used to date each other, which I find fascinating because these two have zero chemistry.
Electric blue pumps look good on you.
Very funny, but I have work to do. Hi.
Hi.
I want to get this done. I don't want any distractions.
And I'm a distraction now? Because I used to be a partner.
Wait, hold up. Is he doing an accent?
I heard. In fact, most of Trenton has heard. Investment banker. Pretty fancy.
Oh, Miz. And to think I praised you in the Marine movies.
Hey now, Zane, don't you make fun. I thought his New Jersey accent was, pretty good.
The team takes out Donna's bodyguards in the most conspicuous way possible. Their methods include knocking one out in an elevator, taking someone out with an ether-soaked rag, and throwing another guy off a ledge, all in the middle of a crowded-ass mall during the Christmas shopping season. What could possibly be going on at Santa's workshop that has everyone distracted? Oh, okay, totally understandable. With all the bodyguards disposed of, Tori is finally able to confront Donna and plants the tracking device on her, the first phase of the mission complete. But little do our heroes know, they're walking right into a trap.
Worked like a charm.
Yes, we knowingly sacrificed 3 perfectly good bodyguards to let ourselves get tracked down so we can get back at the Bells. We so smirt! Tori and Mike make their way into an old warehouse where they've tracked down Big Donna to discover Minucci himself, having a lobster dinner in a traditional Italian setting by himself. Well, you can't say he doesn't have a flair for the dramatic. Where is the black cat for him to stroke? The trap is revealed and tensions are at an all-time high when suddenly...
Tori? Tori!
I tracked you down to this sketchy-looking warehouse with my creepy app. Seemed like a perfectly good idea to just walk in like a moron. Don't ask me how I got past the guards. A gunfight ensues. Minucci gets away while Mike and Tori leave with James, who got knocked out in the fracas. Tori tells her family to act normal when he wakes up, then she immediately changes gears by telling them to act fancy. Because those are the same thing?
Cracker?
Cheese. This is my boyfriend, James Ballantyne.
Charmed.
Enchanté.
Between the dad's fake English accent and the Miz's fake Jersey accent, it's hard for me to tell which one's more hilarious. James shakes off the bizarre behavior by Tori's family, and he finally has the nerve to ask the big question.
The real reason I came here today, Mr. Bell, was to ask your permission to propose to your daughter.
Did you just propose to her dad?
I say we take this party to Bocino's.
Oh, honey, you were banned from there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do not like the look that he gave when he said that.
Honey, you were banned from there.
Oh, yeah.
The gang goes to celebrate the engagement at a local bar. Mike and James use this time to get to know each other better.
Actually, forget the champagne. I'll have what he's having, a shot and a beer. Chaser.
Bartenders love it when you keep your orders generic.
Sounds like we're in the same business, except we find people in trouble and we...
Stop being such guys and get your butts on the dance floor.
I just don't understand why Tori and family are working so hard to keep the bounty hunting business a secret from James. All they have to do is say they're just like Boba Fett. He'd probably be cool with it.
Hey, Tori!
Whoa, hang on, what kind of transition is that? They were dancing together, but in the next shot they're on separate floors, and there's no way she'd be able to hear what he's saying in a place that crowded. Later in the club, Mike confesses to Tori that he still loves her, and how can she resist him with lines like this?
Love. Past tense, right?
Past, present, future.
The next night, the gang learns that Minucci will be at a Christmas tree lot in town and decide to hold a stakeout. Cause hey, we gotta take every chance we can to shove a Christmas reference in here. But because he's an oblivious doof, James tags along with the group and threatens to compromise the mission.
Bones and James take the far east end of the lot.
Boy, everyone is sure dressed light for Christmas time in New Jersey.
Goodbye.
What the hell was that? He had a free shot and she just swats the gun out of his hand. He wasn't even distracted. No wonder he got arrested by a teenager. Speaking of dumb, as a giant gunfight goes down where nobody gets shot thanks to that oh-so-sturdy cover of Christmas trees, aforementioned doof James steps right into the line of fire.
Why are you holding a gun?
Because I'm a bounty hunter. Get down.
A what?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of all this gunfire. Wow, am I an idiot? Scientists marvel at my complete lack of awareness. Mike and Tori try and chase after the goons who've kidnapped James, but they lose track of them when they crash their car for no reason. Back home, Tori and her family put the pieces together and realize that Donna's getting married the next day in the warehouse from earlier in the movie? A wedding in a warehouse? Why exactly? Because, oh, the mafia, that's what they totally do. They have weddings in rundown locations. Oh, those mobsters be so crazy. Remember in The Godfather when Connie's wedding took place in an abandoned Haha, they're checking their guns because they're mobsters. Boy, is this some knee-slapping humor here or what? Am I watching Christmas Bounty or The Naked Gun? As the ceremony begins, Tori and Mike track down James's phone using the creepy Stalker app, only to discover it's a trap. Minucci's top guard has them pinned. Huh? They're in a small room, someone fires their gun, the next thing you know they're all out of the room? Holy crap, I thought everyone was a terrible shot in the Marine franchise.
What's your name?
Wait, where's Donna's fiance in all this? I just realized we never actually see who Big Donna's getting married to here. You never see him in this scene. You see the back of his head in one shot, then part of his body, but that's literally it. How are you gonna have the wedding be this huge plot point in the movie and not flesh it out? It's almost like they didn't give a shit. We get a gunfight between Tori and Minucci, who are somehow able to find cover behind water jugs and cardboard boxes. Okay, I know this is a family-friendly movie and they're not supposed to get shot, but could you at least make it look like it's hard for them to try? Man, the guy can really move around well in that tuxedo. The brawl ends when Tori releases a hook that thwacks Minucci in the face. If that didn't kill him on the spot, the fall immediately afterwards should have, but somehow he survives. Just before Tori can arrest Minucci once again, James is brought out as a hostage and the two are led outside so the bad guys can send them to their deaths. Oh, who am I kidding? Even if they didn't get thwarted in the next couple of seconds, I'm sure the worst he would do to them is shove pies into their faces or something stupid. But Mikey McMuscles leaps onto the goons and helps out in the battle. Instead of just running after an unarmed Minucci, Tori goes back into the warehouse, commandeers the wedding car, which, why is it inside the warehouse? Drives outside and T-bones him and arrests him yet again. Because why do something in 2 steps when you can do it in 8? With justice having been served yet again, Mike and Tori have another heart-to-heart. Mike says that her leaving New Jersey made him rethink his priorities.
You left and I realized you needed more than just Mike muscles. So I took some courses at college. I'm pre-law now.
Get out!
Tori finally realizes that she belongs back home in Jersey, saying goodbye to James and her cushy future in Manhattan and running back into the arms of the Miz, something you might have already seen coming if you care to look at the back of the DVD cover. And assuming he had a chance to win her back all along, why'd he wait so long to tell her about all the good stuff about him changing? Why'd he lead with, "I still love you even though you're engaged"? That's not subtle. The Bell family celebrates Christmas together, Tori's school's probably wondering where the hell she disappeared to, and the movie ends on a very familiar shot.
Like my mommy and grandmommy always said, the good stories end with "and they lived happily ever after."
And that was Christmas Bounty. Yes, it's a made-for-TV family movie, but that doesn't mean it has to be schlock. This is a Christmas movie in the flimsiest way possible. There are Christmas decorations and a school pageant and a mall scene and a terribly generic Christmas song, but is there anything about the story itself that screams Christmas to you? Bounty hunters? The mafia? A warehouse wedding? This is a storytelling hybrid that does not work well. Only Santa with muscles is worse at this. I can understand the idea of Tori trying to get away from her past and moving somewhere else, but the bit about her as a teacher was kind of pointless. Not only do I find it hard to believe that a 22-year-old could get a full-time teaching job in Manhattan, yes, she is 22 according to the movie's timeline, it has no bearing whatsoever on the story. It merely establishes she's doing something else with her life. They could have given her literally any other job and it would have made as much sense. I assume the writers tried to figure out what's the polar opposite of a bounty hunter and landed on teacher. And real quick, can we talk about this scene in the end credits? I don't even want to know why Paul Bearer would have your Speedo, sir. In the end, this is one of WWE Studios' weaker offerings, and on the heels of a decent month of Marine Adventures, it comes off especially bad. But don't worry folks, because that is officially the end of me reviewing holiday movies starring The Miz. No! 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 Don't you... We're doing top 8s the rest of the month, okay?